Hello, I'm Daphne Maxwell Reid, and you're on the Lickers TV.
So, Daphne, let me tell you, it is an honor for me. I'm happy, like a little boy. I used to be. Of course, for me, you're Aunt Vivi because I remember when I was, I grew up in the 90s. I was a 90s babies, and after school, I had a rendezvous, and the rendezvous was the Friends of Bel Air with you and the whole family thing, and it felt like you were a part of our family, because every day you were on our TVs, at home, and we're sharing all the adventures, and things with you. So it feels like my heart is like a little bit bumping right now. So I'm so glad to have you. It is an honor.
My pleasure.
So Daphne.
Yes,
of course. Everyone remembers you at TV Mom, from the 90s, and now there's a new show. Before the new show, there was a reunion. The 30 years after on HBO Max, and how it was, to reconnect with all of the crew, in this iconic house. How it was for you to reconnect with all of that memories.
All of the memories are with me forever, but that day was spectacular because it was the first time in all those years that we had all been in the same place at the same time. And that was delightful, absolutely delightful. We were very much a family reunion. It was not like, I remember these people. These are people we have been in touch with for the past 30 years.
Of course.
And we have seen each other in groups. We've gone to their weddings. We've gone to the births of their children. We are very much a family.
Just like a family, yeah. That's amazing. And now there's a new show, Bel Air. With the new cast, new generation, new actors. How it feels to see, new generation of young actors, taking on this amazing, legendary sitcom. The society has changed, not the same standards, new area. What is your take on it? What is your reflection about it?
I think it is beautifully cast, beautifully shot, beautifully written, and it's quite an honor to see how they have developed these rounded characters that we didn't get to develop on a half-hour sitcom, but they have the luxury of doing that on a 1-hour show. So it is marvelous to see what these wonderful actors are bringing to these characters that I guess we kind of established them years ago, but they're doing a reimagining as if it's starting from fresh. And it's the whole fish out of water story of Will leaving Philadelphia for whatever reason. We never really got to know. One little fight, his mom got scared, but now we really have a definition of what that fight was about, the danger it presented to him and his family, and just the consequences of one little action and how it affects not only him, but a whole family of people that he has not been close to, but is related to.
That's amazing. I didn't have the chance yet to see the new sitcom. Yeah, because it's not available here in France. We have to wait. Yeah, we wait for, that's why I'm asking you.
It's beautifully shot because it's cinematic. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, I bet. If you say so, I trust you. You know, I always trust you. And you're an artist. You're an artist, a designer, and an education activist. And it seems like because you were playing a mom and an aunt in the TV show, and you were the one who we're getting advice from. Who we are like looking for love. Comfort. And it seems like in your life, you're still a leader, leadership for the new generation, education activist, as you say. What about your new life? Tell us just about you had like 5 books, if
Yes.
just tell us about it.
I like to photograph doors around the world. And I started that photographic journey when I was 60 years old. And I made a whole business out of it. And I do prints of what we call fresh prints of these doors that I take pictures of. But I also wrote 4 books of these doors that I take pictures of. And I've done note cards, and I have taken those same doors, and this year have created a fabric that I use to make special tote bags that have all of the doors from around the world.
That's
And to me, a door represents a metaphor for life. So I want to encourage people to notice the details of their life, to pay attention to all of the things along the journey that affect them, not just getting from A to B in their journey, but to notice the details of that journey, because that's where life is made rich, in the details. So I'm just trying to get people to pay attention.
I love it. The doors. This is something, and you're right, because the doors open always on something new, on something unknown, or something maybe you want to know. And it's like, it just woke up our curiosity. And I love it. Doors around the world. I need to check it out. That's awesome.
I have a degree in interior design and architecture. So I think I was drawn to doors because of the craftsmanship of doors and colors and textures. So that's what I look for in a photo that I take of a door. And when I take these photographs, I only take one shot, and it is lit by the heavenly gods.
The instant, the moment. I love it.
The moment of what I see that I want to share with you.
Oh, I have goosebumps right now. That's really, I would like to, I forgot about him, and I can't, because you were our Aunt Vivi, and he was our Uncle Phil, the amazing James Avery. How it was, to be with all of the family, but without James, just because we think about him, of course.
Yeah, we all think about him very much as part of the family.
Yeah.
And we were all devastated at the loss of James, and went to his funeral. We honor him whenever we can. And I'm very good friends with his widow. And James and his wife and my husband and I used to travel together when we were doing Fresh Prince and shortly thereafter. And I loved the man very, very much. And it's weird being with the family and not having the head of the household there.
Yeah.
He was such a charismatic, learned, interesting. Oh my God, he loved jazz, and he collected Black memorabilia and posters, and he had an amazing mind. He was always reading, and he always encouraged us to have discussions about esoteric things. We would sit around in rehearsal and talk about existentialism or something. I mean, we were really very open to learning and sharing when we were all together. And I think we all grew from that whole situation.
Oh, rest in peace, James. We just love him. He was like our uncle. I remember, thinking like, oh, if I if I do something bad in school, I was, thinking about my dad, how he's gonna react, but also related to Uncle Philip because that was a crazy area. The 90s was because we didn't have a lot of channel, a lot of
Social
sitcom,
media, none of that stuff.
of course. Yeah, you go back to school, you have your snacks, and you're watching the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and that's it. And that was just amazing. Daphne, what is next for you? Just tell us. I saw like the trophy wife. There's a lot of things. Just tell us what is next for you.
Oh, I'm still a working actress, and been blessed to have a bunch of great jobs lined up. So it's going to be a nice, busy year, which I really appreciate. Yeah. And I also am looking forward to getting back to international travel. I miss it terribly. I haven't been able to do it in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But I'm really anxious to get back and do some more photography and see what else inspires me in the world to start a new journey of exploration, which is what I do with all of the different careers I embark upon. I start a new journey. And I learn how to publish, and I learn how to market, and I learn how to do things as I'm doing them. And that is a very rich part of my life.
I love it. You look amazing. Let me tell you, you look amazing, Daphne. Yeah, you are. Daphne, thank you so much for your time. The French audience will be thrilled about it. I just talked to Tante Vivi, and I'm just like this young kids from the 90s. Thank you for your time. I love you so much,
I'll
Daphne.
get back to France soon.
Yeah, anytime. I will tell Laurie to let me know your travels. I want to know your schedule. If we can, share a French coffee or something, you will be my guest.
Lovely. Are you in Paris itself?
Yeah, I work in Paris. I'm in Lyon. It's 2 hours down from Paris. It's another big city, but Paris is my hometown, so that's the same thing.
I'll keep in touch.
Of course. Thank you, Daphne, so much. Stay safe. God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.